Hello and welcome to a daily dose of Satoshi's news. Today's day is Saturday the 16th of December 2023, the year of BSV. Buy BSV.live, the best place to buy Bitcoin SV online, the original protocol and genuine Bitcoin. Right, let's get into this bit of news. Like, honestly, I really cannot be bothered with this, right? But I'm going to read through it just because I haven't read it yet. I don't know what this is about. This is more absolute BS and shenanigans from, I suspect, the plaintiffs who are panicking because they know what they've done is committed fraud. And so all they're trying to do is chuck mud, pin something on Craig. Honestly, this is just absolutely... This is like schoolboy playground bullying BS is what this is. So we're going to start here. So to start with, right, this is Reddit BSV, right? And this lot literally... created our BSV, Reddit BSV, as a complete troll site. So anybody who's on Reddit that's going to go, oh, let's find out what BSV is about, they go on our BSV and they've got this lot absolutely trolling the shit out of it. And this user null C, I believe, is Greg Maxwell. Literally, this is the guy, one of the Blockstream devs who's committed one of the largest frauds in financial history, segregating people's digital signatures from the transaction data, effectively removing the signature from a transfer of value or contract of value, making it economically worthless. And so let's read just this BS that they're coming out with now. So this says, Tsunami News, massive updates from the identity trial coming. Trial start will be moved to February 5th. Again, I've got no confirmation of this, and I know that this lot are absolutely full of it. Full of it. So until I see something official confirming this, I'm literally just going to take this with a pinch of salt and think it's absolute made up, complete codswallop. So here we go. Wright made an application to delay the trial 1 month because he couldn't possibly be ready in time. Well, I doubt that. Craig's been ready for this for years and years and years. This was, he said, mostly due to the effort required for all his replacement Reliance documents, which he magically found a bit after his initial Reliance documents were shown to be forged, but also because it was taking too for Wright himself. I think that's too long for Wright himself to reply to the 50 forgery allegations, and he was working 18 hours a day, 7 days a week to catch up already. I mean, this just sounds like pure and utter speculation. It's just hearsay. And as a result, a trial on the current schedule, which has been known for a year, couldn't possibly be fair. I doubt that very much, but anyway. But having just gone through a scheduling exercise for the Tulip case, we knew, and presumably he knew, the next large opening in the judge's schedule would be March 2025. Let's hope not. So functionality, it would have been a 14-month delay. This was clearly unacceptable to the defendants for all the obvious reasons. Wright hadn't even sought permission to introduce his replacement documents, as permission was needed since it was long past the deadlines. We suggested that if it's going to slip the trial date, he ought not to be allowed it. His opposition also offered to reduce the number of forgery claims. What? I don't think he's put any forgery claims forward. They might have forgery claims. If that would allow keeping the schedule. True to form, Wright's story on that delay he needed, and what was causing it kept shifting to exclude any compromise. This came before the court today, and the judge ruled to grant a 3-week delay. Again, no confirmation of this yet that I know of, but anyway. So the trial will now start February 5th, sparing Wright the indignity of Bit Norbert viewing the opening arguments. No reduction in the forgery claims. Wright's latest documents will be added to his Reliance documents, which I'm quite happy about. Then only concerned me personally to the extent that they could cause a long delay. What a load of crap. I don't believe that at all, but anyway. Wright's team made it fairly clear in the hearing that they'd be appealing if they didn't get their way. If what they hoped to achieve had genuinely been 1 month, then I wouldn't think it would be worth it to go to appeal through. Think it would be worth it to go appeal 3 weeks, but it seemed clear enough to me they really wanted to a massive delay, so we'll see. But the stuff people hear will be excited about isn't the schedule, it's all the stuff which can now be made public about Wright's latest irrefutable proof. We all learned through Christian Ager Hansen's post that Wright claims to have found hard drives that should have been produced as evidence in this and at least 3 other cases, but for unknown reasons were not. Well, come on, we know why. The drives were said to contain a drive image from 2007 that effectively acts as a time capsule capturing this system at the time. Wright then told us that the 2007 images contained early white paper drafts, prosecutor documents and related material in LaxTeX, ASCII and RTF. In spite having never mentioned LA text prior to getting the first forensic report, this claim concerned me somewhat. So far we have blown up his documents mostly with PDF and word-specific forgery evidence like Grammarly tags, anachronistic fonts, hidden older revisions, etc. But LaTeX is an old and relatively stable system driven by pure text markup. I think I could very easily have created a LaTeX document today that would be indistinguishable from one I authored in 2007. In fact, ignoring file system metadata, I'd probably do so by accident. So, were we about to get a pile of documents which were entirely non-falsifiable by lacking any kind of meaningful metadata or invisible indicator? Question mark. Spoiler, no we were not. Come on, this is right. He wasn't going to get it right. Highlights from the 2007 Times capsule include short, likely ChatGPT generated C++. Again, that's pure hearsay and speculation. It's insane. Source files that extensively use C++11 features, LaTeX documents that were converted using 2022 revision of Pandoc, LaTeX documents that use packages that didn't exist until 2013, RTF files generated with a recent Windows Service Pack, and so on. Perhaps it wasn't wise to use a document format that one of the COPA lawyers and several of the developer defendants are pretty familiar with? Question mark. So again, that's speculating. But wait, there's more. Then at the last minute before the pre-trial review hearing, he claims that he now has a LaTeX source which has been sorted on his Overleaf web LaTeX editor account, which when compiled with Overleaf produces the exact Bitcoin white paper. This is a rather remarkable claim considering that 1, the white paper was written with OpenOffice 2.4. It says so right in the file, and there were many clear indicators that this is true. 2, Wright has never made any mention of it before. Wright went on to claim that the source was so confidential that it could only be seen by COPA's attorneys and one person from COPA. Then he backed off to saying that we could see it too, but only under burdensome confidentiality rules, and sounded like they would have prevented us from trying to render it. In any case, this big gain has been delayed gaining access. The court didn't buy it and ordered access be granted under standard confidentiality terms. But as soon as they told us about this new document, we immediately demanded the output. Surely that couldn't be subject to the burdensome confidentiality rules. It's supposed to be the same as the public document after all. They finally provided it on the eve of the hearing, but when it came with a list of excuses as to why it was actually not that similar, much less exact, or materially identical, which they switched to calling it at some point. Its flaws go far beyond their admissions too, but until we're certain that he can't continue to change his files. Wright tried to get a forensic report to vouch for his drive image being time capsuled. Instead, they found the file system metadata seemed to show the file system was created in 2023. Speaking of experts, you've heard of a Madden report that is almost 1,000 pages long and demolishes Wright's original documents. Wright was allowed an expert reply. Then the 2 experts produced a joint report. If you recall Norway, you'll recognise what comes next. In the joint report, Wright's expert comes to agree on the vast majority with the opposing experts. The few differences: some documents were where Madden says they've manipulated timestamps, while Wright said they're unreliable. A similar pattern happened for Wright's autism report. Wright very late produced a report demanding astonishing affordances, like providing him the questions in writing and evidence. COPA hired an expert who similarly met with Wright, but different to Wright's experts. He watched videos of Wright's prior trial testimonies and public speeches. Defendant's expert was of the view that it would be reasonable to provide Wright with pen and paper, a live transcript, and similar minor affordances. Then they wrote a joint report, and after seeing the videos, Wright's expert switched to agree with ours. COPA is seeking the considerable costs Wright caused them, because back at the beginning, COPA told Wright's side that they, through their expert, needed to see those trial videos, and because before taking on the cost of their own expert, COPA offered even more expansive affordances than they eventually agreed on. Back to the document forensics expert, you may recall in Identity, Wright managed to turn over accidentally a copy of the MYOB account, I guess that's MYOB, accounting data that was at the foundation of the, I think that's Tulip Trust Limited claim, supposedly containing 2010 and 2011 information on the purchase of one fee, that would be the one fee a Bitcoin address that was in question, and the 12IB7. The audit logs indicate that the records were all entered in March 2020, around the time Wright started on the that lawsuit. Wright responded with some hard waving and a claim that the live online copy of the MYOB data was the real data. Wright gave his expert access to the live data without providing it to us, but his expert extracted it and produced it as part of his report. In the joint report, both experts agreed that the replacement live data was created in May 2023. This is some of the most interesting and notable stuff, but it's just the tip of the iceberg. And he said, pardon my typos, the hearing began 2 AM my time, so I've essentially been up all night. Wright was right as usual, did not attend virtually or otherwise. And that is because the time schedule is at the bottom of this document. So here we go, yeah, pre-trial review hearing. So that was meant to have started on the 13th to the 15th of December this month. So I guess that's what it's talking about. But honestly, the amount of shit that this lot come out with, honestly, the spinning the narrative. I mean, what literally they're chucking mud because they don't want anybody pointing the finger at them and saying, you've committed fraud. You've segregated the digital signature from the transaction data. You are the ones who are passing off BTC as Bitcoin when it's nothing like it. Is there a second layer in the white paper? No. Is SegWit in the white paper? No, because that would be fraud and it would make it a security and economically worthless. Is replaced by fee in the white paper? No. Is child pay for parent in the white paper? No, it's not. Is a 1 megabyte block size listed in the white paper? No, it's not. All this, in my opinion, is just absolute crap. I think Craig is probably just simply going to do his best to prove that they're lying through the teeth. Maybe that's what he probably needs more time for, if more time has been requested. Who knows? But I'm pretty sure that Craig will be on a march to actually expose all of this lot. So there we go. It's a 13-minute show, 14-minute show. Hope you enjoyed it. And remember, largest court case in financial history, scheduled for the 15th of January 2024. Stay tuned, we'll bring you more. It might be later than that now, but we'll find out. So until the next time, be aware, take care, stay safe out there, and we'll see you in the next one.